What about you, sir? Do you think the colored students will show up?
If I got anything to do with it, they won't show up. Well, I think it's a breaking point of the school integration. I just don't feel that they have a right to go to school with them.
Imagine a world where you're looked down upon based off the circumstances of your birth, where you aren't allowed to do things that the average person would, not allowed to go places that everyone else can. You're completely segregated from your peers. This isn't a story, this is history. Throughout my life, I've been constantly compared to my peers, that I act white, I dress white, I speak white, as if white is the definition of being normal, civilized, or pure.
Who taught you, please, who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin to such extent that you bleach to get like the white man? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet?
Every day I look in the mirror and those constant comparisons bring me down. I only see black, the opposite of white. Am I as attractive as my white peers? Do people see me differently because of my skin color? Why do I have to think this way?
Many characters of color are often pushed to the sideline as non-playable characters, where they're often stereotyped or they're cast in an unfavorable light as bad guys, or if there's just one person of color, you sort of like get one, one for the year or something like that.
People try to say that there isn't a problem with representation, that we shouldn't see color, and by that very notion we're being racist. It's not just about skin color. It's about what we see on a daily basis. It's about finding someone to look up to and relate to and see ourselves in. It gets more and more difficult to find yourself in someone who's a different gender or race with 2 parents, a mom and a dad, and 1.5 siblings. Every person has their own story, and you start to notice that their stories are way off the baseline of what we call normal in our society. So why aren't we recognizing that and changing our definitions of normality? This isn't me bashing on white actors and actresses. This isn't me trying to tell you that we can't have white people in our media. I just want to open up a dialogue. I want people to see things from a different perspective, from a perspective of a minority living in a socially unequal world. Next time you decide to enjoy your favorite form of media, digest the things that I've said and just take a look at it from my pair of eyes. When you take a step back and look at it from that perspective, you notice the patterns of inequality and representation.